What's good, family? How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Look, listen, I have someone here that could be an old friend of yours, all right? Or this could be someone that you're still in a friendship with. Maybe y'all are not communicating right now, but you still consider them friends. I'm not really sure, but someone that you used to be friends with feels like they owe you an apology for something, okay? They want to say that they're sorry, they feel terrible, okay? So this person could be sitting thinking, kind of mulling over their actions, possibly, their feelings toward maybe an exchange, a dialogue, a situation that happened between the two of you. It's given that this person is trying to find the right words. All right. They're trying to find the right way to say that they're sorry. But this is the thing, right? They're trying to find the right words to apologize, and at the same time they don't want to exactly say why they acted the way they did or why they showed up to you the way they did. Okay, it's like they're trying to dance around a particular aspect of how they feel towards you. So they're trying to figure out how to say it. Okay, this person could struggle with articulating their feelings. All right, and I don't even really know if that's really the issue, or they're having a hard time figuring out how to say what they want to say because there's a certain aspect of how they feel towards you that they want to not disclose. So I have sorry, right? But I have envy here, okay? This person doesn't want to come and say that they may have resented you. It says, I resent that you have what I most desire. So I will belittle your success to make myself look better. So there could be something that you're doing. This could be a career. This could be an entrepreneur endeavor. It could be anything of that sort. But it's something that you are accomplishing that this person is very envious of. All right. And this is what they don't want to say, because clarifying the envy card, I got choreography. All right. So they're trying to dance around that energy, but they do want to apologize. They're trying to make plans to apologize to you. They're trying to strategize on how to say it and what to say. Clarifying plans, I got grandiloquency, grandiloquency, diloquence, yeah, grandiloquence. Okay, I should Google these words and figure out how to pronounce them. But whatever, okay? Your girl is from the South, all right? I'm gonna fuck up some words. Grandiloquence, okay? Lofty, pompous language. So they're like in their head, right? Because who really strategizes how to apologize? Just say you're sorry. You know what I mean? Admit what you did, own where it came from, be transparent. That's all it takes. But it takes a certain level of self maturity for that, right? Now, the apology is still out here. So I have I'm sorry and I have apology twice already from the pre-shuffle, okay? I'm not yet over what happened. So something could have happened between the two of you, but an apology could begin to mend things. You know what this is giving me? This is giving me somebody that wants to come and say, if I did such and such and such and such, I'm sorry. If I showed up a certain way, I'm sorry. Like it's the if factor. Kind of like how Burna Boy did when he apologized for how he showed up to the lady that fell asleep at his concert, right? That's what this is giving. This is giving. And clarifying that, I have the word inarticulate. Okay. So this person may have a hard time apologizing. This may be something that they've always dealt with. It may not just be, apologizing to you. It could be just apologizing, period. Right? I remember I used to have an issue with that until I grew up and realized I wasn't perfect, and that it's okay for me to not be perfect, and it's okay for me to own when I messed up or I showed up to an individual in the wrong way. Because what I realize is most of the times when you show up to someone the wrong way, it's really not even about them. It's really usually about how you see yourself and you act it out in the moment. So once I started learning and accepting that I'm not perfect and that I have a tendency to, maybe see myself in a way and other people's success. I mean, I've never really been a jealous or envious person, but whatever it was, something may have triggered a trauma wound or something like that between me and an individual. Then it became easier to apologize. But this person may not have that yet. They may not have grown into that yet, okay? But this is definitely a friend because we have amicable here, someone that is friendly, someone that you have been friendly towards, and that is the individual that wants to apologize to you. We're going to get into this little energy for, a second and see what's going on, see what it is Spirit needs you to know about this. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm a bit tired. I had the Three of Cups in reverse come out as well during the pre-shuffle. So this is definitely someone that you may have been, in a friendship with, that you may have separated from, or maybe just taking a break or whatever the case may be. Yeah, but like I was saying, I'm a little tired. I took a little road trip yesterday. Got home, did some cleaning up, and then laid down. But then I got up around 1 a.m. and I've been up since. So that's that. But we're going to get through this reading, all right? I'm feeling great, though, I'm feeling great. So, Spirit, what is that the collective needs to know about this friend who wants to apologize? Trying to find the right words, okay? Because this could be somebody that you have absolutely, protecting your energy from. Okay, this is somebody that you are protecting your energy from. All right, so yeah, you could be on what you could consider a break, or it could be, a done situation for you. I don't know, but you're absolutely protecting your energy from this person. Tell us more. Yeah, they blocked. Yeah, yeah, okay. They're blocked or they feel blocked. Okay. Um they're blocked or they feel blocked. They may know how to reach you. I mean, you could have them blocked like on your cellular phone or whatever the case may be, or on your socials, but they know where you stay, or they know your address, or they know your mom and them number, or they know how to get to you through somebody. So they still may have a way to reach you, but as far as like direct communication, they may not have that. All right, so this is someone that you have been protecting your energy from. You have them on block in some form or fashion. Let's see what else. And this Three of Cups in reverse is back out here. All right. So this is absolutely somebody that you're in a separation from. We have the King of Cups in reverse. This person could have showed up a little bit emotionally neglective. Maybe they neglected your feelings. Maybe they showed up in an apathetic type of energy. Maybe they didn't show up for you at all. Okay. This person can be a little bit emotionally disconnected. And that was another thing that helped me heal, having a hard time to apologize, is because as I begin to heal my self-perception, it put me back in touch with my heart space, and it allowed me to heal that emotional disconnect, right? It's giving apathy, okay, with the Four of Cups in reverse as well. All right. This could be something about this person that you've accepted, okay, that you've come to terms with, maybe. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Clarify the seven of, actually, I want to clarify this Four of Cups. Oh, it landed up under the apology and the inarticulate. So they may not really know if you're going to accept their apology. They may be wanting you to accept their apology. Now, this could be you also, take it how it resonate. This could be you as the King of Cups, basically showing up in an apathetic type of energy, okay, where you have emotionally disconnected from this individual. So they may not know what to say, how to say it, and they may be wondering if you're going to accept their apology. Yeah, they might have showed up very, 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 very toxic. Okay, I'm gonna sit that over to the side. We have the Nine of Wands. All right. So they could have took some sort of action that was really offensive and caused you to go into this Nine of Wands, putting up your boundaries. Um so yeah. Okay. What is this envy? Maybe they separated from you because they were envious. Maybe they pulled away out of envy. Maybe you recognize that this person was operating out of envy and you separated. What is this envy with the Three of Cups? We have the reverse lovers. So there is a separation here. And then we have the reverse Six of Pentacles. So somebody was not giving in the friendship. This is probably them. It could be that you have stopped giving. Why was this individual envious of the collective? Why were they envious? What are they envious over? A breakdown in communication. It could just be a breakdown. It could be a misunderstanding, child. It could be a whole misunderstanding. It could be that you have been protecting your energy. You could be in a space where you've been healing. You could have been on a journey. You know, sometimes people think that things are about them a lot, right? People can tend to be very self-centered. You could just be doing what you need to do for yourself to heal with that Nine of Wands. You know, you could be in that phase where you're healing from some things that don't have anything to do with them. Okay? So it could be just a simple breakdown in communication. What a clarify the Four of Wands, because I asked about what are they envious of. They're envious of your healing. This is what this is. They are envious of the way you have gone. You stopped communicating and went on a healing journey. This person in your energy, this person who was in your friendship, your friend circle that may no longer be there right now, is their mind, their thinking as to what's going on between the two of you has created a narrative that's not on your side. Like it's not a shared narrative. But you may be showing up like I said, apathetic to them, okay? But it's really given that that your lack of communication during your healing journey, we have a cycle here. So this could absolutely just be a phase, like a cycle that the friendship is going through with the Nine of Cups, with the Moon. It's almost like, I'm not trying to laugh, but this is kind of okay. So we have the Ten of Swords, followed by the Nine of Swords, followed by the Moon. They feel some sense of betrayal. Okay, they feel some sense of ending, and they're kind of in a nightmare, thinking that the friendship has ended. You might want to reach out to this person, but don't take my advice. I don't know. Take how I resonate. Okay. But I feel like if they reach out to you, okay, it will be revealed that you still very much see them as a friend and that you've just been going through a healing journey. Let me get some different cards. We're going to see what's going to come out in this, because, what do I want to get? I'm going to get some more of these first. Yeah, it's almost feeling like they have a perception of y'all friendship that is not a shared perception. And I have to acknowledge though that they may have been hiding some sort of envy. Or they may be in envy now because they see some sort of way whether they're getting it through the grapevine, whether you're on social media, whether you're sharing, I don't know. But they see you healing. They see you going on your healing journey. They see the steps that you've taken and the way that you have changed and evolved. And so maybe they're sitting in some newfound form of envy over that, because in order for you to do that, maybe you stopped communicating. But with that page of, I'm sorry, the Wheel of Fortune, it seems like that's just the cycle that you've been in. Tell us more, Spirit. Alone. I'm in need of financial assistance. Okay. Alone. Maybe this person, dishonesty. I will withhold information from you for my own benefit. Okay. This is taking a turn. This is taking a turn. Obligation. You are a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. Give me one more. Safe space. Okay, let's clarify these. Let's clarify this here. Because, see, what? What? I don't know if you gave this person a loan. I have the Page of Cups on the bottom of this deck right out the gate. I don't know if they need a loan. And they're going to come in hiding that they need a loan. Like, I have check in at the back of this deck here. Check in. Okay. I want to catch up, make sure you're doing well, and see where we stand. Okay. This could be, this could be someone, yes, that you're not, like, not considering this person a friend, right? This could be why this is coming up. Okay. Because you may not be in a space where you no longer consider this person a friend. Yes, you've been in somewhat of a breakdown of communication. Yes, you've been somewhat separated. Like, you haven't been hanging out as much. You haven't been, sitting on the phone, catching up over, whatever the case may be, having tea and biscuits or whatever, right? You have not been doing that because you've been on a healing journey. That is from your perspective. So you're still not, you're not considering this person a friend. Okay. You're, just on a healing journey. Okay. Now, what I think Spirit is revealing is that in your absence, this person may be perceiving your silence or your distance is triggering how they really felt about you when y'all were, like, in a stronger communication, maybe hanging out, going for drinks, whatever the case may be. Like, it's bringing up for them what they really felt about you when you were actively in the friendship. Okay. So they are sitting on the other side of wherever, being triggered by your silence. They feel they need to apologize for being envious towards you, hiding that envy, but they're trying to find a way to say they're sorry for something without actually revealing that they were envious of you. And the whole reason why they really genuinely want to apologize, and it's not really genuine, but the reason why they want to apologize is because they are in need of something. They are in need of something, okay? Financially. You're in separation with this person. Now this Three of Cups and this Lover's card with this reverse Six of Pentacles kind of makes sense. You've been in separation. So you don't know that they have a financial need, right? But they've been secretly envious of you the whole time. So it's like they need to deal with that before they come ask for some money though, right? Like, how do I go to the person that I've been envious of now that I'm in need and ask them for a loan? without apologizing. So when this person comes, if they come, they're going to be apologizing to you for something, and you're going to be like, girl, boy. Well, not boy, but I mean, not unless you're a female and it's a male, you know what I'm saying? But, nigga, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? We good. We good. You got to do it in my nigga voice. What are we talking about, bro? We good. I don't know if I executed that well, but you get my point. So this is why Spirit is bringing this up, because what they're not going to disclose and what they are going to hide and what they are being dishonest about is that they have been envious of you the whole time, the whole friendship. Okay. It's just your healing journey, and you're pulling away from certain ones just to focus on yourself is going to uncover people's truths and how they really feel about you. Okay? They felt like you were a nuisance. Well, I mean, you're a nuisance because every time you win, every time you have a victory, every time you have something to celebrate, it triggers their envy. So they saw you or see you really as a nuisance, right? I feel obligated to associate with you. This could be how they felt in the past. Look, maybe you didn't have it. Maybe you wasn't in the place you're in now. Maybe you weren't doing as well as you were doing. You weren't doing as well then as you're doing now. Okay? Maybe along your healing journey and taking care of yourself and centering yourself first and putting yourself first and moving away from certain things that were triggering you, feeding your toxicities, whatever the case may be. All right. Maybe this is somebody you used to go out and do a lot of things with, used to hang out, go to the clubs all night, stay out, get high, get drunk. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with having a good time, but every other day, every other night, every weekend out of the month, you know what I mean? Maybe it was a little excessive, and maybe that's why your finances was taking a turn. I'm just giving you some storyline, okay? Don't nobody take the situation personally. I'm just giving you a storyline. It even resonate or it don't resonate. All right? But maybe this was somebody that you had a friendship with that you used to just kind of hang out more with them than you actually gave attention to yourself and what you needed. And since you have done that, you have kind of moved in an upright Six of Pentacles. Okay, in their absence. So now they're seeing you from a different lens. They're seeing you from a different lens because they need something. They need a loan. They need a loan. Okay, because this card can represent organizations. It could represent banking situation. It could represent anything structured. It could represent loans. They might have a financial issue with a bank or something. You know what I mean? Like they need to bring some healing to. So they want to come towards you. And I'm just picking off the top, off the bottom of the deck. Okay. I'm just picking off the bottom of the deck. They want to come towards you, but they feel maybe a little stuck. Yep, with the reverse hangman. They feel a little stuck. And this is you doing better now. Okay? And we have that high priestess lurking out here too. So, you took some actions intuitively that have put you in a better position, both energetically and possibly financial wise, resource wise. And now this person who was secretly envious of you is triggered by your success, right? They need something from you because they may not be in the same place that they were in when you were, buddied, and they thought you were a nuisance, and they feel obligated. Obligated by who? Who obligates a whole grown ass motherfucker to befriend somebody? Like, I'm not even understanding the mindset. But this gives somebody was very snooty, bougie. Somebody was very snooty and bougie. Okay? This is somebody that thought their shit didn't stink. Alright? I mean, they're learning a lesson though. And the lesson that they're learning is wanting to bring them back towards you or to reach out to you. Got the Five of Wands. They definitely felt competition with you, and like I'm feeling, you could have had less than them at that time during this whole friendship. But now you seem balanced to this individual. You seem like you have something to give. Just their perception. It could not even be the case. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, Five of Wands still sitting here. And this is what's keeping them from coming towards you, because they were in competition with you secretly. This is what's keeping them from just coming and being like, yo, bro, can you like loan your boy? I need like $1,000, dog. I got a little situation. This is what's keeping them from coming and just being regular, just, you know what I mean? Like, because if we're friends, we should be cool. Like, sis, girl, let me tell you what had happened, girl. You know what I mean? Like, they can't do that because the friendship they haven't been honest about how they secretly felt about you during the friendship. Look, they haven't been honest. Clarify loan. What a tangle web we weave. So, they need to get out of something. Yeah, they got something going on financially that they need to get out of. They need to be bailed out. Motherfucker could be in jail. I don't know. Okay. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Did I say Eight of Wands? I meant Eight of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. They need to get bailed out of something, but don't want to say what it is. They don't really want to tell you what it is. I mean, I'm not in the business of, I'm not in the business of loaning money. I usually just give it if I got it. But for people who loan money, I mean, you tell me in the comments, do you loan money without asking what it's for? I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you be like, I don't even want to know. Just whatever. Maybe you generous like that, right? But this person doesn't really want to communicate what the loan is for, but they need help out of something. Tell me more. Why don't they want to communicate it? Why don't they want to communicate it? The reverse Ace of Cups. Because if they communicate it, you might not give it. You might not give. We have the Death card. Six of Cups. You might not give. Yeah. With the reverse Six of Cups. Because in the upright, she's giving. Right? But in the reverse, she's not. Okay? She's not giving. So whatever this issue is that they need this money for, they don't want to tell you because they don't think you'll give it to them. Why don't they think the collective will give it to them? Why don't they think that? Because like that don't even... Clarify. Something that they did. It's something that they were working on that has not panned out. Or maybe you were supposed to collaborate with them on something, but then they went and they did it on their own. They decided to go it on their own. Maybe they talked to you about working on this. Maybe this is a business idea, something that they kind of... Maybe they projected to you that they wanted to collaborate with you on a business, but then they went and did something on their own, or they left you out of it. And now they need you to bail them out because something's gone wrong with it. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles. Look, with the Four of Pentacles. So, yeah, it looks like when they felt like they had it with that Four of Pentacles and this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you could have been in the reverse Ten of Pentacles. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's why they thinking you may not want to loan them something, because whatever they need the money for, it's almost like if they had have done right by a dynamic between the two of you concerning this thing. I'm just saying what I'm hearing spirit say. Okay, you have to fill in the gaps. Whatever this is, if they had have done right by you at that time, they might not be in the position that they're in. But again, they couldn't see that then, because they saw you as a nuisance and they felt obligated to you, and they were envious of you and in some sort of secret competition with you. There was some work or something that was supposed to be done together, but that didn't happen. Somebody um somebody rushed it. They went on their own and they rushed something. Hmm. Something didn't work because they rushed something. They made a split decision. They made a quick decision. They made a decision to get into maybe a get money rich, get quick type of scheme. It was something that they made a decision out of restlessness, anxiety, and it's put them in a deficit some sort of way. Seven of Pentacles. Yep, look. Ooh, Two of Swords in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. Somebody didn't use their intuition. This friend didn't use any form of intuition at all. Okay? And they made the wrong decision. Okay? And it put them in a reverse Two of Pentacles. They misjuggled something. They were waiting on a return of their investment, but they could still be waiting on the return of an investment that they made with, ain't got nothing to do with you. They made it, but as they're waiting, it's put them sort of in a reverse Two of Pentacles energy, and they need maybe help financially, making ends meet type energy, while they're waiting on the return of their investment. But it's really given to me that they didn't use their intuition. They made the wrong decision, and it has put them in a reverse Two of Pentacles, an imbalance financially on something that they thought would grow. Clarify dishonesty, please. Queen of Pentacles. I will withhold information from you for my own benefit. Now, this is what they did when they had it. And they're still nurturing some sort of dishonesty. When they had it, and you might not even need no help or nothing like that. Like, this person seems like a person who, what's the word? This person seems like a person who puts money over relationships, money over friendships and connections. Money is so important to this person. All right, money is all they want. It's all they need. They'll feel very successful and very fulfilled as long as they have money. They don't care about anybody else. You may not have ever needed their help. Right? Even if you were in a situation where you might not have had it while they had it, or it appeared that they had it, that doesn't mean you asked for it. You could have. Take it how it resonate. All right? But this person they put money over relationships, over friendships. Yeah, reverse Three of Cups. They don't care about no friendships. Finances is what they need. Finances is what they want. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles and dishonesty. They're nurturing some sort of a lie. Page of Pentacles in the upright. They're very childish as it relates to their perception of their self-value. Okay? They define their self-value by what they have financially or don't have. All right? And you could be the total opposite, right? Um it's almost like the lie, the dishonesty is a lie that they're telling themselves about the way they show up to people. They think they're a Queen of Pentacles when they're really showing up as a Page of Pentacles. Now, they also could have lied, right? Projecting that they were some sort of page, some sort of Queen of Pentacles, that they had it all together. They got the money, they got the bread, they went out and got, stuff to make themselves appear to be doing well. But in the whole time, they've been in this Page of Pentacles energy the whole time. Give me one more. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Yeah. A false sense of confidence. Even though this came out in the upright. But finances and money is what makes them feel confident. This is what they get their confidence from. But why I'm saying it's a false sense of confidence is because, again, they see themselves as a Queen of Pentacles when they're really a Page of Pentacles. And a Page of Pentacles is a beautiful energy as long as you're honest with yourself and be honest that that's where you at. I'm at a Page of Pentacles energy, right? But the Page of Pentacles is also about manifestation. It's also about creativity, okay? It's also about new beginnings, right? Like it just all depends on perception. And with this clarifying dishonesty, this person's perception of themselves is skewed, okay? They're not willing to be honest with where they actually are, right? Yeah, they got money issues. They have money issues. Now, the Hangman just came out with the Seven of Pentacles again. They may want to come to you and say that they're waiting on something to come back. Like, yeah, like, bruh, sis, whatever it is, I put some money into this little situation I got. I got a homie that's starting a food truck, and I put like $4,000-5,000. He just got started. I'm waiting on it to come back. Can you let me hold something till, I start, getting that back. You know what I mean? And da-da-da-da-da. But I don't feel like that's really what's happening. I don't. I feel like this person is a Page of Pentacles and having financial issues, and it don't have anything to do with an investment. But they may want to come tell you that. This could be the lofty, pompous language that they want to show up in, that they plan to show up in, okay? To manipulate your emotions, to be emotionally manipulative, okay? So, take the high red clarify obligation. Now, the obligation talks about, they really don't even really want to come motherfucking ask you. Well, then don't come ask the collective for nothing then. If you don't want to ask the collective is over here healing, hon. Okay? The collective is over here healing. Doing their thing. Okay? If you don't want to come ask, but you feel obligated to ask, like, what? Yo. I would get this person to lend out of my pocket, and I ain't got very much lent to give you. But I wouldn't even find a good lent ball to get this motherfucker. I wouldn't, because when you get off talking about you feel obligated to ask, or you feel obligated to deal with the collective, a nuisance. I'm sorry. Let me just get the cards out here, chat. Okay, clarify the obligation, spirit. Magician. Okay, so you can have the resources that they need. You absolutely have the resources that they need, whether it's information, whether it's finances, right? Whether you can make a phone call, you know what I mean? Exercise that little wand of yours and get some shit done. I don't know. Emotional support. Why you have the resources. They know you have the resources. Chaba, the Magician. to change their circumstance and situation. Yes, the collective got it, hon. But all I'm saying is, how you gonna be in this energy of looking at them like you obligated to deal with them, like I got to go to this person because they the only one that can help me. But I really don't fuck with them though, because I'm envious and I've been in competition with them, and I ran off and did something that, I've been walking around trying to make it seem like I got it because I've been in competition with them. But I ain't never really had it. I just been doing that because I'm in competition with them. I can't even. The complexities of the toxicities is just ridiculous at some point. We have a sideways Four of Wands, and you know how I feel about that. If it's sideways, it's in the reverse, okay? They want to change the separation of the friendship or the absence that you could have felt or they could have felt, whoever has been the absentee person party. Okay, it could be both. Sometimes friendships, that's just what happens. We're adults. We're adulting. All right, it doesn't mean we're any less friends. It just means I'm gonna see you on the flip side. All right, be easy. But this for this individual is much deeper than that, because they never really were a true friend to you to begin with. And now that they're in a position where they feel like they got to come to you because whatever it is they need help with, you are able to help them change that situation. Now that is bringing up how they truly felt about you the whole time. They got to apologize to themselves for being a shitty person. That's what they need to do. Clarify safe space here. I accept and respect you for who you are and ask only for the same in return. Oh, now they want to make requests? This. And more than likely, you ain't never not accepted this person for who they were. That's the thing. Like, you have never projected the energy that they are projecting towards you, this envy, this competition, this negativity. That ain't you. That's them. Clarify safe space. King of Wands. Tell me more. Knight of Pentacles. They could be realizing that. They could be realizing exactly what I just said. They didn't see it before. But they see now that this is how you move. This is who you've always been. They see now that they could have followed your leadership. They could follow your example. If leadership is too deep of a word, right? They could have followed your example at least. Like, from a friendly space. But they toxicities. And it landed right over here with this Queen of Pentacles, who ain't really a Queen of Pentacles. She really a page of Pentacles and got a false sense of confidence. All right, let's get another deck. I know what we'll get. I know what we're going to get. And I'm about to jump up off of this thing. Thank you so much if you're still at this point of the reading. Thank you so much for tapping in. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button. You know what I mean? Show your support of the channel, of your girl. I greatly appreciate it. And consider subscribing and join the tribe and everything. All right, Spirit, give us a little bit more energy on this, and then we're going to wrap this up, okay? I might get some logos out on this because I want to kind of be messy and see exactly what this person like to pretend, pretend rich. pretend well off or whatever they're doing. Okay, give us some more energy. Bag secured. Okay. Toxic love. This person is in love with money. For the love of money. This person is in love with money. Addictive patterns. Harmful attachments. Securing the bag is this person's harmful attachment. Mission accomplished. Okay. Excuse me. We have payback, consequences returning. This is something that they go. This is a situation that this person finds himself in a lot, though, right? And you could be aware of this or maybe not, but their actions, right, keep creating certain financial consequences. This really gives this person is really imbalanced. Okay, really imbalanced because they don't really hold any value in their friendships. And I think I heard somebody say, I don't know who it was, one of them moguls. They talked about how friendships, connections, people are the real source of value. People are the real source of value. It's the whole concept of leveraging. You leveraging people like you. This is what rich people do. Okay, this is like the networking of it all, the rubbing elbows of it all, the giving gifts and stuff and inviting people to lunch and paying for bottles of wine and treating people. You know, even the scripture talks about that if you desire to have friends, you should show yourself friendly. Okay? Like this person doesn't understand that our wealth as humans and in humanity is in each other. There is no money to be made without another person. Somebody has to be on the end of going in their pocket and giving it to you. But if you got a jacked up, like, you know what I mean? This person has this karmic pattern here with this. Something's come back because of their toxicity and their relationship with money. They have went out and done something to secure a bag out of some toxic need to secure the bag, right? But it's like they owe something because this card says time to settle accounts. Their accounts aren't balanced. They owe money to somebody. They took a loan from somebody else, didn't pay that back, went and got a loan from somebody else to pay that loan back, went and got a loan from them to get some more money back. Like, they just been kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul. All to what? Look like the Queen of Pentacles? Why not just be okay with being a Page of Pentacles and work your way up to the Queen of Pentacles? It's called manifestation, which is what the Page of Pentacles is also about. Manifesting what you need. Sometimes you can get so good at being a good Page of Pentacles and being a good manifester, it ain't even about no money. I could just speak it in and then somebody just show up and they give it to me. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, but that's on a whole nother level that I don't think this person at all has any kind of, consciousness for, unfortunately. But, I just share that with you, collective. You know what I'm saying? Shocking. You won't believe this story. Clickbait. Misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. They be lying. That's what I got from that. They be lying. And it's getting them in it's getting them in hot water financially. It's getting them in hot water in their friendships, but they ain't really a good friend, really. At least not to someone in the collective. They got retirement goals out here. Child, bye. CEO energy. This must be what the lie is. That they got it all under control. Yeah, and they just out here side hustling. Look, listen to me. This is the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles energy. This is what I was saying. They project this. This right here. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. And they really just a side hustler. Ain't nothing wrong with having a side hustle if that's the season you in. I hope you learn to come out of that, because divine femininity don't side hustle. And if you're in your balanced masculine energy, you ought to be following her lead anyway. And she is not going to lead you to a side hustle. It maybe for a little while you learn, right? While you learn who you are, while you learn what talents and gifts you actually have, while you begin to grow in your confidence, she might say, okay, let's just go over here and put some little money in your pocket. But that ain't gonna be where you stay for long. You know what I'm saying? This person is just like, they always on their grind. Hustle, hustle, hustle hard. You know, that's really giving that Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles energy. They on the computer looking for hustles, but then they come out and they show up with like briefcase and shit, yeah, they shuffling papers and stuff, like, like they got a lot going on, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, all because probably you might be collective, actually a CEO. You might actually be in that energy. You might actually got your shit kind of together. You know what I mean? You done been through the phase of the side hustling. You done tapped into divine femininity. You found your creativity. You got your masculine online. Everything's copacetic. You're balanced. So you just kind of move. You understand what I'm saying? You just kind of move. And this is what they seeing. This is what they seeing. It's probably what they always saw. And they been side hustling, walking around in blazers and shit for no reason. When they really should have had on a sweatshirt. Okay? Nice little cute sweatshirt, you know what I mean? Little sweatsuit, whatever. Ain't never hurt nobody. Unbothered. This is you. Did I say tea and biscuits? You was over here sipping your tea, maybe having your little piece of pound cake, little sweet potato pie, little pumpkin pie. You know it is that time of season, and you know, a little whipped cream on that thing. You know what I mean? With your little thing. Totally unbothered, because you trust. You followed the journey, right? You could have saw this coming too, and you decided to, let me get out of Dodge before. let me go on my healing journey before I, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You trusted the signs. You could have saw something. Paying attention to guidance. Universe is speaking to you clearly. Following intuition. That's that high priestess that came out here the first time when she came out in the upright. That's you. You in the upright high priestess. High priest energy. Divinely intuitive. The person showed up in the reverse high priestess when they made this decision to go get into this side hustle, this quick money scheme, whatever it was they were doing. Yeah. Your spirit guides could have told you, focus on you. Stay in your safe space. If they want to look like they booked and busy, let them look like they booked and busy, honey. This could be you finna be or is booked and busy. Okay? Your spirit guides was like, your ancestors was like, no, nope. Don't put no money into that. Don't fool with that. Okay? So the apology though is because they actually have been feeling a way about you the whole time, the whole friendship. Shadow work. This person needs to do shadow work. Okay, and if you go in your pocket and give them anything, maybe you can give them the insight to that. All right, let's get some logos and see what this person is into that they like to act like they got it. Okay, This could be logos that you are familiar, just as icons, just as symbols. This could be some things that you know that this person is into. You know what I'm saying? Y'all friendship or whatever. Maybe y'all used to go eat at Taco Bell a lot. I don't know. So just take the logos as symbols of confirmation. Okay, family? All right, Spirit, give us some logos around this situation. We have North Face. All right, I think that's a clothing brand, right? And Lego. North Face and Lego. We have Facebook and Shazam. I think that's a music app, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I don't know. We know what Facebook is, or don't we? All right. We have Reebok and Twitter. These logos could show up anywhere in your life, or you could have knowledge that these logos are connected to the person with whom you think this message may be talking about. We have CK, Calvin Klein, British Airways. You get like one or two more. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. We have Shell and Slack. Have no idea what that is. We have Wikipedia. And that word right there. I ain't even finna do it. Yeah, I ain't finna do it. That word right there. Okay. All right, collective. Thank you so much for tapping in. Please, please, please hit that like button. Turn on your notification bell so you know when I'm back with another. Subscribe if you have not. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. To my returning viewers, my subscribers, my soul tribe. Thank you so much for your comments, your lovely comments. I love all of you. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Peace, family.